Hey guys, as she said, I've been really stressed out, bombarded with work. I mean, part of it's just because it's college, but another part of it is just because I've just been slacking off, and a lot of times I like to just sit on the computer, but I'll get to that later. So I'm gonna answer all of your questions at once. First of all, my favorite board game is probably the Game of Life. I don't really know why, but I know growing up, and I mean, even I could probably say tomorrow, let's play it, but my mom and I played it so often. Um, but I mean, I really just like all different kinds of board games. Battleship, Scrabble, Boggle. Boggle's not, and I guess Scrabble's not really a board game either, but I mean, board games were big in my house. We had a whole closet full of just toys and board games and video games, and it was just awesome. Which brings me to my next answer, which my favorite video game. Growing up, all I really played with most of the time was Sega Genesis and the very first PlayStation. Neither of those were even mine. They're my brother's, but because the newer systems were coming out, he had his own up in his room. So in the toy closet, those were still there, and I remember spending hours in there just playing video games. But nowadays, I've had some systems of my own, mostly Nintendo. I've had Game Boy, Game Boy Color, GameCube, and recently, well, not that recently, it was a few years ago, I got the Wii. And actually, about a month ago, I finally found a guitar controller, because apparently they're very rare to find nowadays, to just buy on their own. But I found one at a used video game store, so I bought that, and I bought Band Hero and Guitar Hero, and so that's probably my favorite video game as of now. Sometimes I'll just sit here, just staring at that TV, just playing Guitar Hero all for hours. It's just addicting. And to answer your last question, my favorite childhood toy. I don't really have one specific favorite childhood toy, but growing up, I had a lot of my brothers and sisters hand me down. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, I had plenty of my own toys, but it was a good balance between girl toys and boy toys. I got Barbies, and then I also got Hot Wheels, and I had tons of Hot Wheels. I had some of my own. I inherited my brother's, which was like a tub that full of them. It's like that big, just stacked, completely full of Hot Wheels. Had like a car mat. Spent so long playing with that. I also had a Fisher Price dollhouse, which I remember spending a lot of time playing with that. I had so many people and pieces, accessories, like a pool house kind of thing, cars, had so much for that. And then I also had Legos. So when I was little, I had all the Duplos that are like the pieces are like that big, but it's still Lego brand. It's just for little kids. And then I inherited my brother's Legos, and then soon I bought my own Legos. So I mean, I had a pretty even childhood. Board games, video games, girl toys, boy toys. It was a lot of fun. As I was saying before, procrastination gets to you. So don't do it. Just don't. It will not bring you any good. It'll bring you temporary good, but long term, it will be awful. I got really used to not doing much because as a theater major, a lot of the things that we do are in class. So just like my acting assignments, it's acting in the class. My costume shop class was working on the costumes in the class. My band class, it was playing clarinet in the class. So I got really used to not doing much when I got back to my room. But eventually, everything was just catching up to me. I had papers due, homework due, and I always get things done. But it's just that I stay up till like 2 o'clock in the morning working on it when I had a perfectly fine day to do it, but I sat on my computer all day. So really it's just so bad. Like, don't procrastinate. I even procrastinated packing. I forgot to mention I'm going home today. I'm so excited. I mean, it's gonna be like a 9 or 10 hour bus ride since I'm 400 miles away. But I've been waiting to go home for so long. I cannot wait at all. But as I said, I've been even procrastinating packing. So as you can see, my floor is filled with stuff that I need to bring home. Um, it's just bad. Just don't procrastinate. Just get your stuff done. Like, come on now. Which leads me to my question. Um, what would you say is your worst habit? I think as of this point, my worst habit is definitely procrastinating. And it's not because I'm necessarily lazy. I don't mind doing work. I don't mind working. I think I also work better under pressure. I had a big psychology paper due today that was assigned the first day of the semester back in August. And I did not start said paper until about a week ago. So I was really freaking out about that. But I had so many ideas come to me at once within this week period that I feel like when I leave things to the last minute, it gets me into like a mindset of have to get this done, have to do it well. Why were you so stupid and waited so long? But oh wait, you could still pull this off. So I mean, I ended up finishing it like 2 nights ago. It ended up being like 5.5 pages, and it was. I mean, in my opinion, it wasn't poorly written. So it's just not good to procrastinate. So, what would you say is your biggest, your worst habit? I need to actually get back to packing. My bus is leaving in like 4 hours, so I'll see you guys soon. Like, subscribe, comment, do anything. Spread the word. Thanks.